if you introduce yourself.
Yeah, my name is, some of you will already know me, my name is Bernice Ellis. I'm co-chair of the Bullring Open Market Traders in Birmingham. This is Carol Byrne, she's the secretary of our committee. Firstly, thank you very much for your hospitality and the tea and the biscuits and for sweeties and for having us here today. Basically, on the 28th of July, the traders up on the retail markets were informed that the wholesale market was going to be closed down in 2013. This would mean for the retail markets, the wholesale market is our supplier. Without a supplier local to us in Birmingham, we're in big trouble on the retail markets. If there isn't a supplier in Birmingham, we would have to travel to London, Bristol or Manchester. Those added expenses onto an already low profit business, because the way we function on the retail market, as many of you may know, is that we pile it high and we sell it cheap. Yeah. Basically, I wouldn't need to buy a van to service my store, I would need to buy a lorry. And so would 70 odd other traders need to buy a lorry. If you can imagine all 70 of us turning up in the city centre on an already congested area of the centre with these lorries, we would cause a blockage. Then think about the expenses that the traders would incur to run these lorries, the extra time on an already 14-hour day. The business would become inviable. Then what you would see is the food side of the retail markets disappear. You take away the food from the retail markets and then everybody else is in trouble. The dry goods are in big trouble because the footfall on the market would drop, and eventually what you would have is an area of a market which would be deemed unviable, and then your markets would be lost forever. So basically, the council take away the wholesale market, they take away the umbilical cord to the retail markets. Yeah. The relationship between the two sites, they're so close together that our goods are transported by forklift up to the stores, which keeps the expenses low. The council are refusing to acknowledge that without a wholesale market, the retail markets, the impact is devastating. They are refusing to acknowledge that. So by refusing to acknowledge that, they are not going to consult with you people. You're our customers. They're saying that our customers will not be adversely affected by the wholesale market going. They're refusing to acknowledge it.
What's the reasoning behind that?
Basically, the wholesale market stands on 21 acres of prime city centre land. It's a big piece of land. For the last 10 or 12 years, a relocation plan has been foremost in the council's mind. So they have neglected public-owned buildings. The buildings that the wholesale market are in belong to you and I as members of the public. The council have not maintained or kept them, so now they're saying they're not fit for purpose. They've drained the profits out of the market and reinvested nothing, zilch. For 6 years, there was a plan on the table that they were going to relocate the wholesale market to Whitton. On the 28th of July, it was announced to us that that plan was gone. Advantage West Midlands were supposed to be putting some funding in, and that Advantage West Midlands had been folded due to the cuts and that the money was gone. We also happen to know that part of the money that they expected to get from the sale of the site that the wholesale is on now was to pay for the library, which is nearly almost finished. So they still want the land that the wholesale stands on. Has anybody in this room heard of the Big City Plan?
No.
The Big City Plan is Birmingham's vision for the future. That has been in place for some 6 or 7 years. In the Big City Plan, the land that the wholesale market stands on is known as the legacy site. And the council say that this site is key to the south side regeneration of the city centre. So in their objective, which they've signed up to, they've agreed to move forward with the Big City Plan, that it's impossible for them to fulfil their objective under the Big City Plan if the wholesale market stays in situ. In the Big City Plan is something called Moat Square. Moat Square is lovely. It's an open space where they can hold a 30,000 person open air event. It has a lake in the middle of it, and it has buildings around the perimeter which we believe are either apartments or offices.